Hello, my name is Jacob Folger. I'm an artist and an art instructor and coach, and I try to inspire people to create. And I take my creations much from places that do not cost me much money for the things that I use. I try to use things that are inexpensive and things from the earth to create my creations, sometimes, for the most part. And I try to inspire others to do the same so that they're not spending enormous amounts of money on the art supply industry. Now, that's not that bad. I mean, there are some great art supplies out there, but a lot of people that are artists don't have a lot of money, I have noticed. And so, you know, instead of being just struggling with this idea that you have to spend all your money on all these fine art supplies, I try to suggest that that may not be necessary all the time. This I'm holding in my hand I made last night. What I did was I took a stone, I painted it black, and then I did a design of this little tree sitting on a little hillside with the moon above it. And it's a nice little creation. Then I threw a bale on it, a bale to put on maybe a nylon cord, and then one could wear it as a pendant. It's a lovely little creation. And that's what I'm going to teach you how to do today. Okay, we are going to, pardon me, we are going to start with some stones and pebbles that you can find out in nature. You can walk around maybe to the creek side or riverside near your house, or lakeside, or good places. Any place where there's water flowing generally is a good place to find stones. And these are free, of course. You can just pick these up and buy them, or instead of buying them. You also can find stones like this online. You can go to the major search engine, Google.com. Okay, and I'll put a source for that on the line here, on the video here. Now, and you can search things that you want there. There's a search bar. You simply enter what you want in it on the internet, on Google, and you will be able to find just about anything you want, really. Some people don't know about that. Some people might be older folks that don't use a computer much. But you can go to the library and use a computer for free. So, you know, actually, one of the things I do while I teach videos is I sort of explain to people how to do things so they really know how to do it. And how to get things, and how to find things, and how to learn and expand on your horizons. That's part of my mission. It's not just showing you how to do something, okay? So, we have these stones, and in a minute we're going to paint these stones. And the reason why I'm going to paint them is because I want a contrasting color, and this particular video is to show you how to paint like perhaps gold leaf on stones to make things like that, okay? So, but you can expand on that later, and you can do all kinds of different creations with different colors and color combinations, and you may not want to paint your stone. You may want to do a little colorful drawing or painting on it. Expand on what I'm teaching you here. Just take it to another level and beyond. Okay, we are outdoors now, and the reason why is because we are going to be using spray paint, and we don't want to be breathing the fumes. We definitely do not want to be breathing the fumes, so we take this outdoors to do that. Now, what I've done is I placed the stones, the little pebbles, on a piece of cardboard, and I do that for two reasons. One is it makes it a little easier to manage it, okay? And then also, if you're doing this in the winter, you're going to want to bring those stones indoors after you've painted them, okay? There still might be some smell or a scent of the paint lingering on the stones, but you'll find that they will dry much quicker. Now, the type of paint I use, I will put in the source part of the sources where you can find things on the video today. But anyways, I prefer to use something that dries in 10 minutes or less, one. I have noticed that this spray paint made by Krylon is a very nice material. It's a flat black or luster flat black, and it just gives a nice coat or finish. That's what I'm looking for. You shake the paint. You can hear me shaking it here, or shaking it, okay, and getting it going in there and mixing up real well. And then you just spray in a sweeping motion over the stones lightly, and try not to develop sags or, you know, heavy paint. You just want to lightly dust it or coat it so that the stones are evenly painted. This does not take very long, and we'll do that real quickly. I'll show you. I'm just painting them now like that, and I do it from different directions. I'll turn it here so I can get all these stones from this angle, and then again after it dries from another angle like that. So we'll just spray these, and that's it. It doesn't take but a few minutes. Then you'll take this piece of cardboard indoors with the stones on it, let it dry for about 10 minutes, turn the stones over, and paint them on the other side the same way. It's really very simple, but the important thing to remember is that you want lots of ventilation. You don't want this paint indoors. Thanks a lot. Okay, now we're going to get ready to paint the stone, to actually do a doodle on it. I call this video Doodle Stones, and I'm going to show you how I do that. Okay, now the stone, as you can see, my fingers have a little bit of paint on them. This is me. Okay, this is me. I am so often so incredibly inspired that I just cannot wait until everything is dry and ready and pristine and nice, and I'll just go at it. And so this stone I just painted a minute ago, and so, but I'm going to use it even though one side is dry and the other is wet. So I'm going to end up with paint on my fingers. You can avoid this if you're like me and you want to get right to it and you don't mind getting a little paint on your hands. You could wear some gloves if you wanted to, some kind of maybe surgical type gloves or that sort of thing to keep your hands clean. Personally, I don't wear gloves even in the dead of winter and working outdoors sometimes because I like my hands touching what I'm doing. I just like that earth touch feeling. I like to touch what I'm doing, and I like to feel it and put my energy directly into what I'm doing. That's just how I am, okay? So, but you may be different, and everyone is different. So we're all different, unique individuals here, okay? So I'm going to just sort of get ready to do this. The pen that I'm going to be using is actually a very nice little pen. It's, I believe it's made by Krylon also, or it's a pale gold. Yes, it's Krylon. And they have nice products. And this is a gold leafing pen. You shake it like you would a paint can to get the leafing mixed up in there nice and well. And then what you're going to do is when you first open your pen, you take the cover off, and when you first open it, this tip here is going to be white. And in order to get the paint to flow into the tip, you push down on it, and the paint will come to and fill this tip and make it gold instead of white. You just press down. And then every once in a while you're painting, you're going to want to just touch it and get that paint to flow a little bit better. Okay, this is just a practice, and keep in mind that this is not normally how I would create. I would have the stone directly to my eye, and I would have a different form of energy. Right now I'm teaching, and this is different, and I have a camera in front of my eye and not and not the stone by itself. So this could be a little bit messy, but I'm just trying to get my point across on how to do this. And then when you get started and you're doing it yourself and you're doing your little doodles on stones and such, you will be able to experience that energy and that creative flow. And it's kind of difficult to do that here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just hold the stone here in between my fingers, which is probably the best bet. Okay, I'm going to bring out the camera a little bit here so I can better see, and you can better see, I hope. And then we're going to start. Okay, and the pen has got plenty of ink on it, and I'm just simply going to create a little design. And so I'm simply going to draw on the stone a little mountain and a little moon. Okay? It's so simple. It takes just a second, and then I might go back and round the moon a little bit better, make it a little bit better, and I might like to put a little tree on it, and that is how it's done. After you've done this a few times, you will certainly get good at it. Now, another thing that you can do to practice before you actually do your design is you can do your doodle on a piece of paper. So you have your stone here, okay? You have your little moon, okay? You have your little mountain, and you have your little tree, okay? It's very simple. And you practice before you actually start. And then you transfer that idea to your stone, okay? And then that's how you basically do a stone doodle. Okay? It's very simple. And next, we will put the bail on the stone, and I'll show you how to do that so that you can actually wear it the same day that you made it, and or sell it the same day you made it. Okay, next, we are now going to put the bail on the stone that we just painted. Okay, so we have a stone here, and we're going to put the bail on the back of a stone, okay? And the way I usually do this, and this is a little bit difficult here, it may not be perfect, keeping in mind that I have a camera between me and the stone, and so that makes it a little bit difficult, but you can see the basic idea. The bail has two sides. It has a little heart design, as you can see, a heart little design. And on the back side, it's got a kind of perforation, kind of little bumpy, embossed surface. And the reason why they made it like that is so that it would bond better to whatever you're gluing it to, okay? Now, I use super glue to glue these on. I don't know if that's absolutely the best way, but I've been doing it like that for quite a while, and the bails seem to stay on very well. I've dropped a stone or two that I've done, and sometimes the bail pops off, but for the most part I have not seen them pop off otherwise. But there are other products, and I'm going to put that in the source guide so that you know where to get them that might be better. You know, sometimes things work better for some people and not so great for others. It's just the way it is. So this may work great for you and it may not. But the important thing to remember is that you simply can just keep persevering and trying to do what you want to do. It's not that difficult. You'll find that. Okay? So what I usually do is I'll open up the glue. It has a cover on it here. I'm going to unscrew it. Okay, I've used this glue several times. I've done several stones. I would say 50 so far, and I still have plenty of glue left. And I don't think this super glue costs more than a couple bucks. And I got 2 tubes at once. So all I'm going to do is put a drip of the glue on the stone. It doesn't dry. It dries fast, but not that fast. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover the glue after I do that. Okay? And with trying not to get this on my fingers, which I'm sure I will anyways, I'm going to turn it over and place it on the stone and hold it there for 30 seconds. 30 seconds. Okay? And it's pressing with my finger. Okay? Now, some people would say, oh, what happens if the glue gets on your finger and the bale and the stone, will you end up with a permanent, beautiful little doodle stone connected with your finger? Well, I'm going to show you how to deal with that in just a minute, because I probably will end up with glue in between and I'll be freaking out. Well, you don't need to be freaking out. Just use your creativity in you to remove the stone from your finger if this should happen, and I'm going to show you how to do that. So we're almost at 30 seconds now. The bale is probably fairly secure on there. I'm going to wait a few more seconds, and then I'm going to show you if your finger is attached with the glue to the stone, what to do next, okay? You also, of course, can read the instructions on the super glue or whatever glue you're using, and you also can wear gloves. But if you wear gloves in this instance, there's a couple things that could happen. If the gloves break down under the glue, you could end up with gloves stuck all over your fingers, or you could end up with glove stuck all over your work, all over your creation. And I don't know if that's what you want. I personally don't want that. And again, as you have already heard, I do not like to use anything but my fingers to do the work that I do. So now I'm going, my finger has not stuck to the stone, but had it stuck, I'm going to show you what I would do. If my finger was stuck like that, I would not try to just yank it off. What I would do is simply turn my finger and the stone in the opposite direction, and it would release the glue, very simply. It would just release, okay? Just keep that in mind. If your finger is stuck to the stone or the bale, just twist it gently like that, and it will release it from the stone and the bale and your finger, and you will be good to go. Okay, so now you have the stone, which is not a great design, but it's still made by me, and that's a good thing, or made by you, and that's a good thing, okay? Let's talk about a few other things here, okay? So, as far as a way to adorn your neckline with this beautiful little creation that we make, creations that we make, you can use cord. And I'm going to come back to you in just a second, and I'll show you how that works. Okay, so now we have some cord here. And usually what I do is, if I'm personally going to sell the stone that I just made, the painted stone or the doodle stone, I'm going to make the length of the cord 30 inches long. And the reason why I do that is because I want to give plenty of length so that the person that has the stone, that has acquired the stone from me as a gift, or if they want to buy it, they'll have enough length to wear it at the length they want. Some people want to wear it as a choker, and some people want to wear it lower down closer to their heart, or further up closer to their neckline. So it just depends on the person. So I really try to make everything that I do appealing, keeping everyone in mind. Now, the cord that I use is not expensive. I will provide you with a source for that cord. I bought a spool of it over a year ago, and I do many, many designs like this, and I use this cord all the time. I also wear this cord. I wear jewelry. Everyone that sees me, usually I'm wearing, I wear a choker, a stone that I made or did something with, a design, a wire wrap, or a paint, or something, a doodle, and I wear a stone close to my throat, and as a choker. And it's about the only jewelry I wear, but I always have one on, and I've been wearing one like that for 3 or 4 years. To be honest with you, I just want to say that I never did wear jewelry all my life, and when I started making it, I decided that I would just try it. And after I had, it just brightened my feeling for myself and the energy for myself. And so I kept it on, and now, permanently, there is always a stone around my neck. And this is the very cord that I use. It's very strong. It lasts a long time, and so far I've never had one break on me. And I'm going to give the source of that for this video, on this video, so that you can acquire that easily, okay? And inexpensively also. You also can use chains and all kinds of things, and so it just depends. So you just slip it through here, And what I usually do is just do a simple, just a simple knot to tie it. I'll do this real quick here, if I can do this with the camera in front of my eye, and you can see it hopefully. I'll create a little knot like that, pull it gently tight, not really tight, but just a little tight, so that somebody can get it off, get it undone if they want, and that's it. And there you have it. It's very simple. Now, I just want to cover a few other things in this dialogue with you, and that is persevere. Just try to do things that come to mind. And as you create, you will come up with new ideas. New ideas will come to you. It's just the creative process. The other thing is, there's many people out there who believe that they are not artists. They do not have a creative bone in their body. I've heard that so many times. I really do not believe this is true, and I'll tell you why. Because we are human beings, and our bodies and the way we are made, no matter who we are, no matter our barriers, disabilities, or whatever, we are capable of creating. Absolutely, we are capable of creating. Going back far in the past, back in the day when there was nothing unless it was handmade by humans. That is just perfect proof that this is true. There is creativity down inside of you, inside of each and every one of us. Dare to create. It will happen. You will have that ability, absolutely. Practice. Your first doodle, your second, your third, your 15th, your 20th. They'll get better as you go. Practice makes perfect. You can't, most people do not just arrive at beautiful and perfect and wonderful. They have to work a little bit for it, and it's okay. It's fine. Take your time, learn how to create. Enjoy, feel the energy from it. Okay? Feel the energy from it. It's good, healthy energy. This is good stuff, okay? The other thing is, you can possibly sell these things and be able to make money, and there's a number of ways to do that. You can go to craft shows. You can show them to your friends and see if they're interested in buying them, or something like that. Something like this, just to give you an idea, I would sell for about $25. And you saw how I made it. So, and people do indeed buy my jewelry. I also wholesale to stores. I'll make several different designs, and I'll go into a store and ask to speak to the buyer, and I'll show them what I make. And if they like it, they can buy it wholesale from me. I have artist reps that work for me, and they will go out and do that for me in a way duplicating my abilities, expanding my own horizons by having other people market my things for me. I have a website, I have a Facebook page, I have an Etsy shop. I blog about my art. I do everything that I can. This morning I contacted Facebook Gifts. They have a section where they actually sell other people's things. And I contacted them and submitted a query to see if they'd be interested in carrying my items. Later today, I will do a press release to the Washington Post, where I live in Washington, D.C. area, and I will let them know that I am here and creating and teaching and doing good things with art, and hopefully they will do an article on me. They did do an article on me once in 1995, and it was titled "Being Beastly, Local Sculptor Finds His Niche Making Gargoyles." I was a gargoyle sculptor, and I had a studio, and they did a big, huge article on me in the Washington Post at that time, and boy, it put me on the face of the map for sure as an artist in the Washington D.C. area who made gargoyles, and it boosted my my morale, it boosted my inspiration and my energy, and I went on to sell tons of gargoyles and other sculptures and creations throughout the years. I've been very successful as an artist, only because beyond the creation, beyond the energy, beyond the spirit and the spiritual, I will put myself out there. The more people that you can put yourself in front of, the more people that see it, the more people that find your work beautiful, are more than likely going to be more people to buy it. So it's a good thing. It's all good energy, okay? Please listen for more and look for more of my videos and my inspirational things that I do to try to urge and encourage and inspire others to create good things. And thank you for watching.